video we're going to be showing how to rebuild a Ford 302. This one has 207,000 miles on it, pulled out of my Fox body. Currently has a Comps XE274 cam in it with the AFR Enforcer 185 heads, Scorpion roller rockers, but oil pressure seemed okay, but it was burning a lot of oil, so it probably needs board rings. We'll go through it, put ARP rod bolts in it, rings. I think I'm going to put dome pistons in it, new seals, new balancer. We also got to switch the timing chain cover over for a carburetor because I'm putting it in a different car. And I think we're going to change out the lifters to the new Ford Performance lifter since it has the original ones from '88 in there. And we're just going to do a quick tear down, and I'm going to do it just a process of how I'd rebuild this. So I'm going to start with pulling the heads and everything. We're going to start pull all the rocker arms off. These are stud mounts. They're a little bit different pistols. I'll show how to set them up in the final video, but they have a little Allen in there, but we're just gonna pull them all off and set them to the side so we get back to reassembly. One of the last things we're gonna do, but just gonna pull both these off both sides and work our way back from there. Alright, so I got the one head off here. I only put these heads on like a year and a half ago, and motor was kind of worn out then, but you know, so I have the pistons clean, but you can see all the real bad. Let's see if I can get my light in there. It's not terrible, but you can kind of see. I don't know if the camera really shows it. I mean, I don't see anything too terrible, but you know, everything's worn. The heads, these are brand new heads, and you can see they're just full of oil. I mean, it was going through like a quart a week if I drove it every day, but that's why we're rebuilding it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the other side off and assume it's gonna look exactly the same. But you can see they're, since it's from a Fox body, they're factory forged pistons, and then see the little dot there, that's to the front. Also, when you redo head gaskets, I don't know if it'll show, your head gasket's gonna be labeled front. They're like closed up here and the back here. If you swap them, you'll have problems. Alright, so right here I got both heads off. This side exactly the same. This side, they're both just covered in oil, which is the reason why I'm rebuilding it. I guess next, I'm gonna pull the pan off. Alright, there's all the oil pan bolts. I had the pan off, I think 40,000 miles ago, and the engine was out, putting the car together. Knew it was burning oil then, so the pan should be halfway clean. Probably not, but little silicone cleaners. So there's the inside the pan. It's not no sludge or anything. It's a little bit of some, I don't know, crunchy oil junk, but it's not bad. It's pretty much what I expected on the pan. Let's look inside the motor. Everything looks like it did, clean. Here's the pickup. Everything's clean in there. Not really sludge, just been running 200,000. We're going to replace the pump with the mellings. I don't remember the exact part number, but it'll give me 10 more pounds of pressure, and it's actually, the cap is centered for the rotor. It's just way better part overall. But we're going to pull the caps off. Actually, I need to make sure they're numbered. Let's see. Yep, so your pistons rods should be labeled 1-1. They should have like 2-2, 3-3. Let's see if I can find another one. Some of them are kind of trash. That one's weird. But then your caps are labeled. They should have an arrow. So there's one, and it's pointed forwards. 2 pointed forwards, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna go ahead and knock them out and make sure they're ordered or they're numbered before I pull them out. That one's number 4, but just double check because they can get missed in the factory. Alright, so here I'm going to pull out a piston. Before you pull it out, you want to use some kind of either rubber hose or I got these, put this the right way, these like rubber caps I'm going to try slipping over the rods because you don't want to score your crankshaft. But we'll see what the bearings look like. I'm actually going to do this one. I already popped this one loose. I've not taken it off yet. Let's see. Here's the bolts. We are going to get ARP bolts pressed in these rods. You can keep them if you want, but they're kind of the weak link. Oh, how easy it'll be to take off. Okay, came right off actually. So there's the bearing. No copper yet. Let's see if I can, if the camera will focus on it. So the bearing looks okay, definitely worn, no scoring that I can tell. Let's see here. Get my caps, put over the rod like that so it can't bang into the side. The crankshaft looks good. Sometimes you gotta use some junk to press these or get these pushed out, but this motor, since it's worn, pushes it out pretty easily. So let's see, let's get it pushed out here. Might have to oh, it'll go past the ring ridge. It's gotta kind of work it out the bottom. Now I'm gonna have to tap it. You can either use like a I'm gonna use one of these Harbor Freight hammers. See if I can tap it down there some way. It's kind of difficult, but especially when you have the other rod in there. Alright, so I got the piston out, so I get camera focus where I want. So here's the bearing. I had to kind of push on a little bit more, but you can see a little bit of copper right here. So bearing, it's got some wear, but not terrible at all. It was perfectly runnable, but I didn't have oil pressure issues, just oil burning, but it's not bad at all. That was perfectly fine to run. Other thing you want to look for if you're going to reuse them, if you got like scoring here on the piston, this one's worn as usual. Rings look okay, not broke. I'm surprised. We might find a broke ring in this motor, but let's see. Here's our side of it. Definitely just worn out motor, but I'm gonna pull out all the other pistons and I'll pull the camera up if I see anything unusual or broke rings or whatever, but I'll bring the camera back when I finish. So here's an overview on the whole motor torn apart. Didn't find anything abnormal and everything looked actually really good other than just the rings being worn out. All the bearings look good. Let's see, actually, the cylinders, they're just glazed looking. No scoring, no ring ridge really. I went ahead and pulled out the oil plugs, the 3 right here, 1, 2, 3, hit them from the back. I had a little hone for the lifter bores I ran through just to clean them. You can kind of see, just to clean them up, but I'm going to start doing some oil modifications on the block. Let's see, here's the crank. Crank looks fine. We'll just do a quick polish on it. And it doesn't look like I'm going to bore it, so I think I'm going to use the stock Fox Body Forged pistons. We're going to get the ARP bolts put in the rods, but I'm going to show the pistons here. So, focus. You can see they're just worn, but the oil rings are like stuck. They're not expanding at all. And I think these are the 1.5 millimeter rings, so we'll get a new set of rings and we'll actually clean the stock pistons up to reuse those, and then get the bolts put in the rods. But everything seems good. Pulled the cam out. This is the comps cam, which it's pretty new anyway. Here's the mains. There's your rust bearing. It was one of the worst ones. A little bit of wear, but all the mains were fine. So really you could just throw bearings in this and put it back together, bearings and rings, but we're going to do a little bit more for the RPM we're planning on running with it.